So LOL, let me just say LL. It ain't hard to spell. Okay, so here we go. Basically, he's saying, but maybe it's the universe, God, etc., who is observing. Mindfulness is observing. At some point, it clicks that we are not the thoughts, emotions, perceptions, and then we find out who is observing. Okay, beautiful. Yes, yes. But what I'm doing for you tonight is just adding a new, a penetrating layer of insight. LL, it ain't hard to spell, is saying, but maybe it's the universe, God, who is observing. Oh, I don't think there's a maybe about it. That is the case. What I'm saying, however, is that when we talk about this observer, we talk about this God awareness. That awareness is much more than just something that it just sees things. What the Buddhists and the Vedantic um, tradition, the Advaita specialists, what they found out is that the awareness that we are aware of this moment with is actually creating this moment. It's creating the objects in the rooms. We cannot rely on modern physics to bring us to this conclusion because people just don't know enough yet to be able to say what's being spoken right now, which is that the consciousness, this great consciousness that you feel as I am, is also creating everything that you can see, that you can touch, that you can smell. Right? You get into these deep states of meditation and it becomes very, very obvious. It becomes very, very clear. But what I'm saying is that, and this is the part, LL, that ain't hard to spell. Like this is the part, is that after you come to that conclusion and you have that most brilliant, that most auspicious of insights, the challenge is that you have to go right back to being human. You feel me? So you go right back. It is not as if you see that and then all of a sudden you poof and you disappear into a different level of smoke. No. You start to understand how manifestation works, how, okay, direct the mind, and yes, I can see it if I see it in the mind, I can see it in reality, as above, so below. You start to see how that works, and you start to produce your results. But guess what? Every single thing that you produce, it comes attached with it the law of rhythm, which means that things will be good some days, bad some days. It don't matter what you do. You are in charge of your peace. You are in charge of what you create. You are in charge of how you feel. And that's wonderful. But at some point, you're going to come to the question and be like, all right, yo, Jack, I still got to be like, we are still in this human experience. This is still like, I still got kids. I got to raise. I still got to eat. You know what I'm saying? We don't just give that up. We don't just be like, oh no, I'm the eternal awareness. I'm good for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? No, it's like, it's no, the life process, Maya continues. The Maya just means illusion in the Buddhist tradition. So all of that still continues. You still got to do whatever it is. And I think that the part that was most profound for me, and the part that I actually don't hear most of the teachers that I respect speak enough about, is that there is this observer, because it is everything. To recognize it as everything, that very recognition carries a signature with it, an energetic signature that can be felt inside the body. I don't have another name for it. I just call it love. The reason I call it love is because it is what you think it is, but it's also much more than that. You dig what I'm saying? But when I say love, they know what that is. They can feel what that is, which means that when we're talking about this totality of reality, we're talking about that observer, which is actually one with all things. To recognize that is to collapse the distinction between self and other. The feeling of love naturally emerges within you, And what I'm saying is that because that feeling is already perfect and it carries the perfect intelligence of the universe, it carries the perfect intelligence of this divine observer, of God itself, right? It only makes sense to follow. I don't do anything else. My biggest trouble in life is making sure that I'm following love and not just following something that I wish was love because I think it secretly gets me somewhere. You dig what I'm saying? Like that's my me personally. But independent, like bro, that's all it is. That's all that is left. Once you have seen that the observers, like I think the bulk of the teachers, they assume that once you see this for yourself in your real experience, once you see that, oh wait, I am all things, like the assumption is that the love will naturally blossom, and that's correct. I just don't know how many people get stabilized in that observation. And so I don't, when we start talking about love, I think it starts to get a little bit more fly to the sky, pie in the sky for people, and they have a hard time contextualizing what it actually is and how we are to use it in order to live our existence. Because guess what? When you feel when you feel that love, when you feel that, oh, wait, yes, all things are connected, not just connected, they're all one. Oh, wait, I'm a part of that. Oh, wait, I am that. Oh, wait, so are they. Oh, wait. You start to collapse that distinction. You start to walk into rooms feeling love, and people can feel that off of you. It reminds them of who they are. Now their behavior begins to augment. We are beyond the superficial mindfulness of just, oh, man, just create some distance from your thought, then get back to work, breaking your knees up. We're beyond that. Now we're at the place where it's like, oh, okay, if this institution is holy, if it is divine, then you have no fear of love because I would show up and I would do the work for free. The fact that there's money involved is wonderful, but I would come anyway. You dig what I'm saying? That moves humanity from a very different position. From one where we're constantly looking to see what we can get from somebody to a higher position where we can actually cooperate together in a way that is mutually energetically enhancing.